This is Remember Me. We're here on the Xbox 360. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So what are we getting here? 720p, 30 FPS. So I quite liked this one when I played it a long time ago, and yeah, it was one of those ones that I was like really into and really quite interested in. And it's taking place in this Neo Paris 2084.
Good day.
So it's like a futuristic version of Paris that gives that, or is, why it is given that Neo Paris kind of titling. So there's a company called Memorize Corporation. They've invented a brain plant thing, which enables the vast majority of the population to upload and share their memories, or remove unpleasant ones.
Now that's a first.
It's an interesting concept,
Not to worry.
and you play as this character
What year is it?
named Nylan,
It's
and
2084.
you are kind of like getting your memories removed, you don't know what's happening, and then everything goes
Not so
haywire,
resistant
you
after
break
all.
out, and you go on a mission to rediscover your memories, figure out who you are, and battle back against various, foes and stuff that come along the way.
Dr. Quaid,
Yes.
this subject is displaying some resistance.
Complete the substitution protocols, then send her to me. I'll erase the last barriers myself.
Yes, Doctor.
So yeah, this one is from DontNod, so if you're not familiar with them, they are heavily focused in narrative-driven adventures with a kind of like story element of playing with time and memories, and like DontNod has made some really, really great games over the years. And this one had like a really bumpin' soundtrack, which we turned off because I remember actually having like copyright issues and trying to do like videos on this back when it first released.
Raise your head, please.
So yeah, it is interesting to take a look at this one again, because it was always a big shame to me that this one didn't become,
Thank you.
backwards compatible and whatnot. It was always a big bummer because I thought this was a pretty cool game. Capcom presents,
Please follow the
and I'm assuming it has something to do with Capcom not having interest in making this one available, which is such a shame, or maybe it's because of the music and the music like remixes and stuff, I don't know.
Very good.
But it is a bit of a shame because I do think this one, even like a quick remaster and stuff, I think would help people actually discover this one, because it is a pretty cool title. But for me, it was quite a bit difficult. There are varying difficulty levels. I think the game even warns you if it gets too hard, but it was difficult because you had to do like these long kind of like combo type moves and attacks, and it was like a little frustrating to do. But at the same time, like, gameplay wise, movement wise, everything like this is like so on brand with that kind of era of gaming. But I think they established the scene and the setup in this one quite well, and it's just got like really cool elements. And there's, as I mentioned, there's this thing of you impacting like time and memory, and that's part of the game. Is there's some detective type elements to it where you are, oh, that looks extremely painful, you're like trying to twist and solve or adjust how a memory is perceived in the past and stuff, and that kind of sets up like the greater scope of like the narrative, and it really is quite an intriguing experience. For whatever reason though, my save isn't in the cloud, so I obviously forgot to do that on my original 360, so I'll have to, I guess, at some point turn it on again and try to grab that. Maybe it just didn't work or whatever, I don't know.
I'm the voice you have to listen to if you want to live.
Yeah, so that was a little bit disappointing. But then again, I like the game was B, so I don't know what kind of saves would have been present. But it would have been nice to have like
Move forward.
more beefed up character to show you like some of the different elements of it. But I really love, the design and the architecture and the concept of like the city here, because it is such a different kind of like environment, little cyberpunky, I guess. Having that futuristic element and edge to it, it's kind of cool.
Millen, the large metal shutter is going to raise on your left. If you understood me, move your head. I'm linked to your sensen. I'll feel it. The door. Go under it. Now.
They're saving us. Seems like she's having a very rough day, and nobody's trying to stop her. She's like very, very slowly getting away. I guess that might happen when your mind's getting like melded, or you know, you're getting like attacked and stuff. But a very interesting protagonist, I think. Well, that doesn't look too good. And as I did say, you know, despite us turning the music off, like the soundtrack for this one was really cool. And I remember them doing like this remixed kind of like music, if that makes sense. Like there was some kind of challenge where they had people remix like the tunes and stuff from the game. And I think that was released as like a free thing as part of the release of this one or something. I can't remember how I checked this one out, but I did really quite like this one. Like this was a very neat standout kind of game to me. And it started my, I don't know, obsession with DontNod titles. I really do like this type of game, and I always go out to try to find, you know, their titles and or like, you know, similar companies that do stuff like this. Like I kind of, honestly, I think a lot of their stuff kind of reminds me almost a little bit like Remedy games. I mean, I think different approaches, but, and they dive into different genres, but similar kind of concept and approach to storytelling, which is really interesting to me. But yeah, I do wish more people would be able to check this out, and yeah, it's not like necessarily perfect in every way, but I did think this was actually a pretty good, strong title.
Where am I?
Hopefully at some point we get to
You're almost there.
see this kind of revised. Are they like stuffed together as mummies? That's a little creepy. Biohazard, lovely. The other thing is, I don't think we'll ever see a sequel for this. Back in, I don't know when this was, I think E3 17 or something. When Vampire was being shown off, I was actually talking to the DontNod developer there, asking about this game and Life is Strange 2. And I was like, you know, is this something we can get another one of? And I guess Capcom just didn't have interest. I would imagine probably due to sales or reception or something like that, kind of just made this one, you know, not quite possible to get a follow-up. So that's disappointing to me. Achievement unlocked. What? I've beaten this game. Where did I beat this? One sec here. Let's take a look at this. Oh. Oh. I get it. I've beaten this game elsewhere, I guess. That's why I don't have a save. Okay.
Are you okay?
That's funny.
No, I need to get out of here. Get me out of here now.
Calm down. My name is Edge. You have to trust me, sis.
I just did, bro, and now I am trapped in a coffin.
I must
That would be
prepare you
terrifying.
for what is waiting outside. The enemy is Memorize, a corporation that has digitized and commoditized memories. They call it Sen technology, and the world is addicted to it. You follow.
Yes.
You were a memory hunter, Nilla. The best. Other hunters merely pillage memories, but you can remix them. And above all, you are an errorist, just like me.
Why did they do this to me?
You were a revolutionary fighter, and my best agent. We all fought to assure that no firm might build a monopoly on all human memories. But I failed. We were rounded up and imprisoned.
Oh, this is all very interesting, but I really have to get out of this coffin now.
The currents are going to take you to Slum 404. Once you've landed, I'll tell you my plan.
Remember me. Ba, ba, ba. So that would explain the lack of a save. That is comical. But I have finished this. I have indeed, and I did think it was a pretty cool game. Slum 404 Nero Paris. This is when the real adventuring begins. I feel like a lot of stuff would have to go right for this. Oh, the coffins, they just all end up in this creepy place. Okay. Well, that's unsettling. Memory zombies.
Johnny is crying.
I take it there's some real issues with removing memories and stuff with some people.
Brother, alive?
So whoever helped us escape didn't even like think about this kind of situation going on, or well, that's unsettling.
A new us. Oh, pain is shared now. Fear is lost now. A new us. Tears and grins. Lost. Look! A new us. Pain is shared now. Dark pain.
This is so creepy.
Been searching a long time now.
So they just like ship away. It's like not our problem. Wouldn't any journalist be able to come across this?
Tears and grins. Sister, meet.
How about friend? I'm not part of your tribe. Is that it?
Uh-oh.
I don't want to fight you.
You're gonna have to, Nil, and these guys will kill you. Use your presence.
Sen mode. Enter the combo lab. That's what I was saying, is it's just like the combo system is like kind of annoying. That's where it's like, you know, going back in the day, it was kind of like a real pain to like pull this off, and it was, I remember getting really tired when you have to do like these super incredible combos in order to kill stuff. And, yeah. Just always a shame we didn't get to see this concept and that continued and like refined and upgraded and pushed further, because it really is kind of a neat game.
What are they?
Leapers. Miserable cast-offs left to rot in the depths of Neo-Paris.
Miserable. Monstrous, more like.
They are the abandoned children of our Sen age. Simply humans like you or I, but cast as shadows of our shame. Something we are meant to fear. Another justification for the errorist cause.
Who's there?
Thanks for opening the doorway. I gotta say also, visually, this game does hold up pretty well. I mean, there's like some jaggedy stuff, but because they use like
Headache Tommy.
looks like a bit of a film grain and stuff, it like kind of actually hides it pretty well. The visuals and
Start by
stuff.
climbing out of this dump, and I'll give you directions as and when.
Now it's climbing time, which was such of like that era and that.
Does anyone recognize Edge's hand in this? He's the number of errors.
Wow.
Up's the only way out of here.
The Leaper's Lair.
Edge. Who is this Tommy guy?
Tommy was your closest friend, a former memory hunter who's still faithful to our cause. His bar is in a cargo hull over the canal locks in Slum 404, the leaking brain. You can't miss it.
Get to the leaking brain. Uh-oh. Oh, never mind. Anyways, once we get into the city, it's like... When you actually get into, like, the nice areas, too, it's just kind of, like, this really stunning kind of, you know, really aesthetically pleasing area and stuff. They really did create a neat world and concept of a world.
Food served all day at the Leaking Brain. Today's specials: crunchy crab cake a la Tommy and sewer shrimps in slum sauce.
These things are everywhere.
Defeated child.
Here's a riddle.
There, not there.
Study the map. Okay. Interesting.
Where are all the people? There must be someone up here.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's that shiny thing? I want the shiny thing. Oh yeah, and then you get more health chunks too. I remember that being a thing. Yeah. Oh, we're supposed to jump. Oh, that is so funny. That is actually hilarious. Yeah, no, it makes sense. You're supposed to back jump. Yeah, no, I get that. The first hit cannot be customized. What? These are some great tips. Man, this is a long loading segment. I'm all the way back here too? Holy, okay. I mean, it's not like it's super bad or anything, but it's like, you know, this was a bit off from where I was. It doesn't really make even sense to go back this far, but interesting. Yeah, I just remember this one it being kind of an interesting title, something a little bit different. Because I always love these, again, cyberpunk-esque era kind of games. I find the concept of it to be really, really interesting, and just like, you know, the types of worlds you visit, the weird things you see are really, really quite cool. There we go. Right on, now we're not dead. We have to fight these guys, they're just like, what are you doing here? Ow! Send menu. So now it's YX. And this is I think where a lot of my frustration came from when I was playing this back in the day, was like creating these combos like over and over again. Because you had to do power attacks, you had to do health attacks. It was like a long-term battling kind of thing. Although I wonder if I'm better at it now, many years on. I feel like we're just kind of beating the crap out of like the less fortunate. The dwellers left behind due to the you know, the issues here. Okay.